as you know, throughout this discussion till now, we have talked about the different applications of nuclear, such as the energy applications, be it radiobiology, medical applications, and all these things. But even after all these fields, nuclear security is very unconventional as a path. I personally know very few people who have taken up a career in nuclear security. So, my question is that why do you think it is important for more and more people to engage with this into nuclear security as a career option? And secondly, how is it impacting all the other domains of nuclear technology?
Thank you very much, Vaishnavi. It's a pleasure to be among such accomplished women in the nuclear field. My colleagues have already explained to you the philosophy. And if you'll just give me a minute before I come to your specific question on nuclear security, I just wanted to add there. It's been very well articulated by everyone, but I think the purpose of this organization, which will largely be composed of women, is to encourage new members. It is to motivate the existing, members in the field, but it's also to celebrate women. But despite doing all this, I don't think it is to exclude the men. Because I think the reason that all of us are sitting here in these positions today is largely because our fathers, our husbands, or our mentors, encouraged us to be here. So therefore, while it's Win India, I think that winning will happen only when we do it together. And that's the reason that Dr. Nitendra is such an important member of this group, because he conceptualized what this organization can be and how women can be motivated, encouraged, and celebrated through an organization of this kind. So I would be very happy to have more men joining this in order to sensitize and support the kind of organization that we want to be. But having said that, let me get back to your specific question on nuclear security. Dr. Mary Mohan Kumar started by explaining to us how central nuclear safety issues have been to nuclear power development, and how much focus the nuclear industry itself puts on nuclear safety. Now, nuclear safety is about the safe operation of the nuclear power plants, of nuclear facilities, so that no accidents of any kind happen and that there is a safe operation. Nuclear security is more specific, and it is about the physical security of nuclear power plants in order to ensure that there is no leakage or there is no sabotage or any kind of an attack on a nuclear facility. Now, while the concept of nuclear security is very old, it actually came into our consciousness after 9/11, and we've just, commemorated 19 years of 9/11 actually in this month. So that's the time when people woke up to the idea of nuclear terrorism and how the non-state actor could actually do some such kind of an activity that you don't want to happen and create problem for a nation. So it was in 2010 that President Obama of the US, he put together this concept of nuclear security, and he articulated it through 4 summits that happened. And the idea of this summit process of having these 4, gatherings of political leaders was to bring attention to the idea of nuclear security at the highest level, so that these leaders would come to understand what are the risks that we are dealing with and have some collective understanding of how to address the risks. So as a result of this process, we had domestic legislation, which was adopted in many nations in order to ensure that no unauthorized access to nuclear material, also to radiological material, and most importantly, since you mentioned, the uses in medical and industrial fields, orphan sources, things which have been discarded after the utility of that source is over, and that is not returned to the organization where it should go, which in India's case is the Department of Atomic Energy. So building up an inventory of sources which is passed on to universities, industries, hospitals, and then getting it back to ensure that it's not used anywhere else. So domestic legislation happened, and some international conventions were articulated, because nuclear security is a national responsibility. It's not that the IAEA can come and do nuclear security in my country. I have to have my processes of nuclear security, but they follow a certain international guideline or benchmarks according to which you do these processes. In a country like India, I would say that understanding nuclear security is extremely important for two reasons. One is we live in an area which has a high presence of terrorist organizations. We all understand, our neighbor to the west, Pakistan, according to international assessments, has as many as 32 terrorist organizations with a transnational reach. Besides, perhaps 10 more which are internally directed, which are domestic, for domestic purposes. So as a result of that, acts of terrorism, cross-border terrorism, India has been used to. But if we want to avoid chances of nuclear terrorism, which will be a great problem for the country, then you have to look at the concept of nuclear security, which means having enough sensitization to our border ports, to our airports, at our the borders, all of that, in order to make sure that no such pilferage happens from one country into another. And therefore, the idea of Nuclear Security Summit was that each country is responsible for its nuclear material, and it must have the domestic and the other legislation in order to make sure that nothing like this happens. The second reason for India to be concerned about nuclear security is because our own nuclear facilities are growing. We have such an ambitious plan for our nuclear power program. Already, if you see, 7 new nuclear reactors are currently under construction. We all, and many of my colleagues have spoken about the need for nuclear energy as part of India's energy basket, because our electricity requirements are huge. If you look at our per capita availability of electricity in general today, it's only 1,000 kilowatt hours compared to, for instance, if you look at the Western, developed countries, US or Europe, they are like 15,000 kilowatt hours per capita electricity availability. So there's a wide gap that exists here. And for our economic growth and development, nuclear energy is extremely important. So as our own facilities expand, the sensitization on nuclear security is extremely important, so that there is no chance of theft or insider threat, because there are sleeper cells of terrorist organizations in our own country, and there are terrorist organizations who have expressed interest in getting to nuclear material. So therefore, it's extremely important that nuclear security is given adequate attention, so that our power program can expand the way we want it to, in order to meet our electricity requirements. Thank you, Vaishnavi.